Reporter Gage Goulding from our affiliate WBBH was just there at the scene. I want you to watch this.
I just want to step out and just let you take this in for a second. This is 50 feet, approximately 50 to 60, maybe 65 feet of the bridge that has collapsed into the Gulf of Mexico during the Hurricane Ian that we experienced for the last 48 hours here. This is a monumental piece of the bridge. I don't know any other word than to say monumental piece of this bridge that collapsed. And Paul, can we zoom in here to this actual piece of roadway? This one here, you can still see the guard barrier, kind of the Jersey barrier, if you will, and you see the center line. It's just laying in the Gulf. It's truly a breathtaking sight. Whenever we walked up here in the middle of the night, you know, it was kind of like one of those moments where you say, it can't be so, it can't be so. And this is on the upspan, the A span of the Sanibel Causeway. There's a 50 to 60, maybe 65-yard segment of the bridge that has fallen into the Gulf of Mexico. We received some reports about this earlier on in the morning, in the early morning hours, but we were just first able to access this area, actually walking up to this area with Captiva firefighters that had no idea that this was going on right now. This bridge has fallen into the Gulf, and I want you to know that we're being as safe as possible, but want to give you the best view as possible. Entire buildings completely leveled. I mean, look at this. Just stilts remain from part of a building here on Fort Myers Beach, and the sound of helicopters above the sky from the United States Coast Guard now fills the air. That is what walking down Estero Boulevard in Fort Myers Beach sounds like now. It's what it feels like now. The first place we stopped is what they call home base. This is where all the search and rescue workers come together and gear up before they head out on the streets, where we went with them.
Chris, you got any voids? Let's put the camera in there.
Ryan Huntington is the team leader of this group of guys going door to door. His only job is to keep his guys safe.
Farley, watch that roof. It looks a little sagging. We have to be very safe because the structure is compromised, so we have to assess what we're doing, make sure we're moving at a methodical pace.
Their work isn't like what we saw during Katrina, spray-painted tags marking the buildings already searched. Instead, their every move is tracked on their phone.
It's real time, can be tracked with the state level and at the federal level. We have multiple teams on the island now, and we've gridded it out so that we divided the work, we get the work done systematic, and we don't miss anything.
The goal is to check out every building in no more than 30 minutes, hopefully finding nothing but rubble.
We're clear?
Yeah. But unfortunately, that's not always the case.
But sometimes it's hard to understand what really happened here without seeing a face, seeing somebody that was impacted by this. And I want you to come here and take a look at this with me. We found this here on the side of Summerlin Road. Pictures. Picture of the Sanibel Lighthouse, one of the most famous places here in Southwest Florida. Pictures of a young family. Let me move them around here. I want you to see their faces. Young, you can tell that these are quite a couple years old. This is somebody's loved ones, maybe their grandkids, or maybe it's their grandpa or great uncle, or I don't know. There's a telephone book here. I remember my mom used to have one of these before we got her to go to a cell phone. That everybody's contact in there. I bet everybody in there knows exactly whose belongings these are. But now they're just spread along Summerlin Road. Somebody's home spread along Summerlin Road. So when you see these pictures of the devastation, the flooding, and this is your home just like it is mine, it's hard to see. But these families, the families of those young kids, the families and friends of the people in that telephone book, they know the hurting too. These are the people that are impacted by Hurricane Ian. It's not the storm surge, it's not the Category 4, it's not the wind speeds, it's the people that make Southwest Florida, the people that will never have their lives the same way again. I'm reporting in Lee County. Gage Goulding, NBC2.